In tonight's show, we bring you round one of the Gizmo Angling Commercial Knockout. This exciting new event takes place over 4 rounds. And for this first instalment, we're at the lovely Tunnel Barn Farm in Warwickshire. Here, some of the country's best commercial anglers are going head to head in an exciting format that will see the top 40 anglers progress through to a prestigious final. Many anglers chose to start their session fishing short, and Robbie Griffiths and Alex Hume were 2 men who got off to a great start, putting early fish in the net on pellets. Meanwhile, up on top pool, Browning Steve Barraclough also got off to a nice start, fishing long pole down the margin. One angler who's been absolutely on fire this year is MAP ace Jamie Hughes. Jamie was already qualified for the Maver Match This, Fishermania and Golden Reel finals, had drawn on the new pool. Of all the lakes in use, this was looking the toughest, but Jamie was still managing to string a few fish together, fishing hard pellets on the long pole. Over on top pool, Chris Rust was also getting among early fish on similar tactics. But from what we could make out, there was one man pulling well ahead of the field, and that was Andy Bennett. Drawn on peg 33 on the house pool, Andy got off to a great start. Alternating between fishing maggot up in the water and pellet down the edge, Andy looked to be catching much quicker than anybody else on the bank. Another angler on house pool that was making things happen was Alex Doherty. Casters were his choice of bait, and he was catching very steadily. Over on extension pool, both Jordan Hall and Adam Rumble also seemed to be catching well in the later stages of the match. But from what we could see, there was nobody who looked to be catching as well as Mr. Bennett, and soon the scales confirmed this.
I've had a dead simple match. I've just kept it easy because I know this peg. There's a little gravel bar down to your left, which is about 18 inches, 2 foot. The water's quite high today, so it's been nearer 2 foot, so I've decided to fish pellets there. Probably a mistake, probably should have fished worms because the fish was there, but it was wafting the bait everywhere, so I've probably made a little bit of an error there. But luckily, my maggot shallow line's been my best line by far. I've just fished 7 metres, anything from 6 inch all the way down to 2 foot. I've had a couple on the bottom early, but straight away I was getting liners and the fish wanted to be shallow, so match-wise, dead simple, maggot shallow, pellet in the edge. Rigs for the maggot, I set a 4x12 maggie up for on the bottom with just a bulk and 2 droppers, 017 to 013 hook length, a 16s LWG for fishing double maggot, and then I've set up 5 shallow rigs, varying depths from sort of 6 inch all the way down to 2.5 foot. There's a line limit here of 4 inch, so basically I wanted to make sure I keep the minimum line limit and just have every depth covered, so 5 rigs sounds a lot, but it's important when there's a line limit because you miss a lot of bites otherwise. Rig wise, I fished a little dibber for my really shallow rig, which was set at 6 inch, and then I've had an F1 shallow on every other float, just a simple bulk above the hook length, and then last hour I've caught a few when it's gone a little bit iffy, just stringing the rig out a little bit. For the margin rig, I've used a 0.4 muddy. It's an RW float. It's quite a heavy float for the depth of water, but you need that to keep your rig still. Line wise, I've fished 017 to an 013 hook length, SLWG again in the size 16s, and I've just fed micro pellets and fished either a piece of punch meat or an expander, 4mm expander on the hook. regarding Gizmo Angling, fair play to Dennis. You know, not a lot of people want to get involved in new events, and he's come forward. He's a new company himself. You know, he's sponsored the event. His products are going from strength to strength. I personally use his up tire as well. You know, they tie a perfect knot, and once you get used to it, it's actually quite a quick way of tying hooks as well. It's not about speed, but the knot itself is absolutely bang on. He's got a few other products as well, you know, so it's worth checking out his range on the website. But yeah, I just got to say a big thanks to Dennis for getting behind the event.
The runner-up on the day was Dave Brown with a superb £160 14-ounce net of quality F1s. Another exciting element to our commercial knockout this year is the new Joseph James Law Young Angler Award. Sponsored by top legal firm Joseph James Law, this is given to the best performing angler under the age of 25. And today it was 23-year-old Jordan Hall who took the honours, with his weight of 155.13. This bagged him one of the all-new Gizmo Angling ZT Pro systems, complete with the full range of attachments. So with the first round gone, this is how the league table is looking. But with the competition being decided on aggregate weight over 3 rounds, literally anything can change from here. Remember, it's the top 40 anglers that will progress to the final round of the event at Barston Lakes in August, where the top 10 anglers will be paid out and the winner will walk away with a cool £3,000. Round 2 of the event takes place at the prolific Heronbrook Fishery on the 27th of June, with meadow, canal, match lake and bridge pool, meaning all anglers have plenty of room and some real big weights can be expected.